Recently, a source revealed that the king was thinking about meeting his grandchildren, but Harry and Meghan have refused, and instead they demanded that the family apologize to them. So what exactly was the king's reaction? Well, let's find out in this video. Welcome back to my channel. Seems like Harry and Meghan always know just how to show up to wreak havoc on a special occasion, don't they? In the context of King Charles getting ready to celebrate his 19th wedding anniversary, a milestone that transformed from a scandalous wedding into a famous marriage, there was some news that Harry and Meghan were blackmailing the king. Faced with the king's request to meet the invisible children, Harry and Meghan had the nerve to demand that the king apologize first. I mean, this is completely insane. How dare they act like that? We all understand that now Harry's wanting to come back to the UK more than ever, especially since Hollywood has completely ignored them. They're having problems paying their bills, and King Charles is also experiencing some health problems. Is that not why Harry rushed back on a plane just to meet the king for all of, 12 minutes or something? But there is no longer any chance that they will be accepted back. They can't be trusted. And when the king asked to please just meet his grandkids, they had this insane idea that they were being invited back. Clearly, the people who need to apologize here are Harry and Meghan themselves. Are they not the ones who attacked the family over and over again? Harry has become quite the stain on his family, even more so than his uncle, Prince Andrew. Harry's book took things to a whole other level. He, combined with his narcissistic wife, have tried to bring down the monarchy. They wanted to destroy it just so that Charles and William wouldn't get to become kings. I mean, how petty are they? They're vile, they're evil. The true grifters, though, certainly have some nerve. Harry's father right now is battling cancer, and these two idiots have the gall to demand an apology? The king treated both of them so well. The king had no reason whatsoever to back down from those two. I mean, it's not like he can apologize for something he never did in the first place. I think everybody in the UK and the Commonwealth countries too are just waiting for Harry and Meghan Markle to apologize. In addition to the traitorous behavior and the lies that Harry and Meghan told about the royal family and the taxpayers of Great Britain, there are countless examples of their bad behavior. I mean, the insults, the contempt wherever they have been. And these include the ignorant insults against the Commonwealth of Nations by Harry and Meghan, and also their disdain for the American First Amendment guaranteeing freedom of speech. So where do they get off acting like their kids are so special? I mean, of course, their invisible children should be special to them because they are supposedly the parents. But as far as anyone else is concerned, they're just normal kids. Well, not quite normal, but that's a different story. So Charles has other grandchildren. He has William and Catherine's children, and he's got Camilla's grandchildren too. He can lavish his love and affection on them. He simply doesn't need Harry and Meghan's invisibles, as sad as that may sound. Meghan is also the one who has alienated them from the entire family. No one else did that. Harry and Meghan, though, are setting a condition to exchange meetings between King Charles and his grandchildren. It's calculating and it's cruel. And if a meeting isn't going to help them out personally, of course they're going to refuse. I do wonder, are they going to do the same thing as when the late queen invited them to come see her while she was sick? They refused, and then they came right after she passed away. It was too late. They're just so cold-blooded. As far as I can tell, though, they're the same as they've always been. I see no proof that they're changing or feeling any regret. They also need to get it through their thick skulls that leaking private, confidential, out of context, and often untrue information to the public during personal appearances, to the media, during interviews, and in these stupid books is not only harmful and destructive, but it's also not helpful to maintaining healthy and positive family relationships. For anyone in the family to ever forgive those two, they would have to stop it with this behavior, stop it with all the vicious attacks. But I don't think that's going to happen as long as they can make money by hurting the family. Seems to me like neither of them appreciates boundaries or respect or consequences for their behavior. I guess both of them are raised without being taught a lesson. I mean, because he was a prince, he just got away with everything. And Meghan Markle was overindulged by her father. He spoiled her as much as he could. Both of them are so self-absorbed, they're immature, and they expect to be treated and respected like the adults they never became. King Charles spoiled Harry, allowed him to get away with way too much because of what happened with Diana. Now, I guess Diana was actually the one who was disappointed that Harry wasn't born a girl. It wasn't Charles. No apologies, though, from King Charles and Prince William are necessary. Harry and Meghan are the ones who have a lot to apologize for. And as far as the invisible children are concerned, well, maybe they need to explain how on earth these children were brought into the world anyway. Did they come from a surrogate? Was it through adoption? They've got to take care of this. We need a clear explanation on this matter. I'll tell you though, what we know for sure is the king and the rest of the royals have nothing at all to apologize for. Now, forgiveness is wonderful, but Harry and Meghan have shown no regret, no sorrow for all their false accusations. It's not like Harry just pitched a fit. He went out of his way to undermine, insult, and try to bring down the monarchy. And at this point, he's a middle-aged man, and he's driven by resentment and spite and hatred, and he disguises his lack of ability by trying to hurt people he views as successful, authentic, and superior to him. King Charles is Harry's father, and he loves him, but he's also the king. And as Her late Majesty the Queen showed in her 70-year reign, the monarchy has to come first. Otherwise, it's at risk of no longer existing. Even though the king is all broken up over what's happening with his son, he's got to choose to accept the fact that Harry is not a good person. The gruesome twosome were relentless in pursuing prince and princess titles for their invisibles when the king hadn't even buried his mother yet. And while he was battling cancer, they've kept on bothering him. The disgusting attacks on the king, the Waleses, as well as the rest of the behavior we have seen from Meghan and Harry is unforgivable. It's completely unforgivable if you ask me. An apology is not only verbal, it requires a real change in behavior and acknowledgement of what one did wrong. But as for Harry, he would have to actually start honoring and respecting his family. He's not going to do that. And this decision to separate the children from their family, well, that was Harry and Meghan's decision. Now, they're going to grow up, and you can't go back. Already those children don't have any clue who their grandfather is. Their parents, I think, are using their children as weapons, and it's appalling. But this is typical Meghan Markle behavior. Everything has some really disgusting ulterior motive. And I'm sure that they have hurt the king much like they hurt the late queen. Harry and Meghan have done so much to harm them. It's important that we stop minimizing what Harry did. Harry was a disturbed child, no doubt about it. He was spoiled beyond belief, and he never expected boundaries. Harry was given every single opportunity, though, to become a good man. He could have become very successful in his own way, but he never did that. Instead, he just makes money by trashing his own family, showing no mercy for traumatic events that are taking place. He and Meghan Markle, I swear, are two peas in a pod. But Charles doesn't have anything to apologize for, and William and Catherine certainly don't have anything to apologize for either. Meghan and Harry, though, they've got a long list of things they should apologize for. Honestly, I don't even think I could list everything they've done wrong, but no one really wants to hear an apology from those two because it's not going to be genuine. There's nothing sincere about those two, and apologies aren't going to help because they can't be trusted. And that's not going to change because I'm afraid this is who they are. But still, they're making it known that they want an apology from the palace. Okay, a couple of idiots who do whatever they want to do, treat people like garbage, and get away with it. What I have always been shocked by is that they are still insisting on this apology. Honestly, it's like beating someone, stabbing somebody in the back, and then telling them they need to say sorry. Those two are just outrageous, and still, nobody really shuts them down. In my opinion, that's also pretty messed up. Harry and Meghan keep on telling the same old boring story that nobody believes. You can only spin a 2-year-old story for so long. They had the world on a silver platter, and now they have been reduced to selling coffee and dog food. Quite the fall from grace. But I don't believe anyone in the royal family misses Harry and Meghan, except for perhaps Eugenie and maybe Beatrice, but those two probably not either. And I know King Charles does miss Harry, he's his son, but when it comes to Meghan, I'm pretty sure there is no love lost. Harry and Meghan were the ones who left, and they kept shouting to everybody about how happy they were with their lives in California. Okay, good. Go live the private lives you said you wanted. That would be a dream come true for us. I don't want to ruin your fun. I guess since they're having such a great time, they won't be needing the titles anymore either, right? I swear the Carparkles are completely delusional. It is good news for the king, though. If those two are waiting for an apology, well, that's never going to happen. So they might as well just stay put in Montecito because obviously the royal family has already moved on. Harry's a traitor, plain and simple. His behavior we have seen over the past few years cannot be forgiven. So King Charles needs to choose. Is he going to put being a father first or being a king? I'm afraid that he can't do both at the same time. I mean, if he tries, I don't think the people are going to put up with that. Harry and Meghan don't deserve a thing from the royals. No apology, no attention, no association with the royals either. Harry and Meghan are obviously a danger to the House of Windsor. I mean, how much more proof does the royal family need? Maybe King Charles still feels love for his son that his son can never return. I just hope the king can choose to ignore Harry. He's not helping Harry by overlooking his bad behavior and trying to throw money at the situation to make it better. It's about time that he comes face to face with the fact that he has caused all these problems by marrying Meghan Markle, a greedy, trashy, Z-list actress, and he wasn't man enough to stand up to her and say no to all her ridiculous demands. Instead, he just sits there like her little puppet, waiting for her next order. So in conclusion, of course, the king shouldn't apologize. He has nothing to apologize for. It seems like they're forgetting this is the man who chose to walk Meghan down the aisle. He didn't have to do that. And he looks so proud to do so. And now they're saying that he's a racist. No, he's not. The two of them are so cold-hearted. I mean, right now the king is battling cancer and they think it's appropriate to go off on this tirade about getting an apology. Harry and Meghan, get a grip. You are so not important. I mean, just leave the family alone and get on with your lives. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have lives outside of trashing the royals. Well, maybe you need to figure that out for yourselves and just leave the royal family alone. Alright folks, that brings us to the end of this video. And you, what do you think about Harry and Meghan's excessive requests? Please discuss this with us by commenting, and if you agree with my opinion, please comment. If not, please express your thoughts so that we can better understand your opinion. Don't forget to like and share this video. Your support is our motivation. And let's not forget to subscribe to receive notifications about the newest videos. We'll be back soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.